On this episode of New England Living,
The tile, the boxwood, the view, the island.
I need like at least 3 shows to talk about because every decision, I can tell, you really took your entire life to make this home.
All right, so the idea here is just because it's meant to look like an old house doesn't mean we can't have a few modern conveniences.
No.
Typical New England living.
No, it's so not. It's so not. Welcome to New England Living. I'm Parker Kelly. And I am passionate about art, architecture, and design. I also love to travel, meet new people, and I'm definitely a foodie. Join me each week as I travel all over this beautiful region, showcasing the most spectacular homes and meeting the key players involved in creating them. To top it off, I'll cook up some delicious dish with a chef, and we'll finish it off with a celebration of it all. I'm Parker Kelly, and this is New England Living.
New England Living TV is brought to you by Clark, Sub-Zero Wolf & Co., Kohler Signature Store by Supply New England, and Marvin Windows and Doors. And of course, please stop into the all-new Seven Tide in the Seaport District in Boston.
Today I'm on my way to the small coastal town of Nahant, Massachusetts, located 14 miles north of Boston. Nahant was first settled in 1630 and was originally part of the city of Lynn. Today Nahant is residential, but it was once a fishing community, and in its heyday it was a summer resort community for Boston's elite. With around 3,500 residents and 1 square mile, it's said to be the smallest municipality in the state by both size and population. Nahant is a tide island, meaning that the island is connected or tied to land only by a tombolo, a spit of beach. Speaking of beaches, there are 10 beaches along Nahant's coastline, the largest being Nahant Beach and Long Beach on the eastern side of the causeway. I'm on my way to meet Jean-Marc in his 5,400 square foot French-style home that sits on a cliff overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Growing up, JM spent half of his time in France and half on Cape Cod. His goal for the home, because of these influences, was to be a modern reproduction of an 18th century French home that also functioned as a barefoot-friendly, often sandy beach house. The home, because of its craftsmanship and details, took 3 years to build. Jean-Marc lives in the home with his mother, who has a separate apartment, and his partner, John. We're going to meet this homeowner, tour this magnificent home, and then JM is turning his kitchen over to Chef Jeremy Sewell and me, and we are going to put on a dinner party and celebrate New England living in Nahant. I love it. It's already French. I love it.
The tile, the boxwood, the view, the island.
Oh.
Hi, Parker. Bienvenue, bien assise. Come on in. Hi.
The whole entranceway up here, the whole causeway coming to Nahant, I didn't even know.
It's pretty typical New England living.
No, it's so not. It's so not.
When you start from scratch, you don't have to adapt anybody else's design, and you can just do whatever you want, which makes it a lot of fun, actually. I had a ball designing this. The whole idea is that the house starts very cold and very formal when you first drive up, but getting gradually warmer and less formal as you go down towards the water.
So what do you call this room?
This is just the salon. So salon is basically the living room. And this is a party room. You can have a high-style, very formal home. That doesn't mean that you have to be formal or to live up to it. This is a house that in summer has friends and family here pretty much nonstop. You'll see the guest rooms at the beach house. No one ever takes their shoes off. You've got sand, dogs, whatever. It's a really fun house. I had a good time with it. But that doesn't mean that we try to behave in any specific way just because the house is formal. We're not.
But look at this beautiful piece of furniture. Where did you get this piece of furniture?
I like auctions. What's fun in the house, if you look, flame mahogany that's what the door is made out of. That's what all the trim is made out of. So using mahogany, like a natural colored mahogany rather than stained, worked pretty well in this house. This is probably my favorite room in the winter.
No. Oh no. Okay, so more mahogany.
Yep, so again,
And,
the same
oh my
flame
gosh.
you're going to sign for, whatever.
Really?
The idea, because we had space between the 2 fireplaces. So there's this.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's a lot of fun. So,
Are you
yeah.
kidding me? That's lovely. Lovely.
So come on into the kitchen. What was strange to me too when I came to the US was seeing that for a lot of contemporary American homes, the most decorated, ornate room in the house is the kitchen. When I was designing this house, this is, as you can tell, we're in an annex building, and it is the least decorated, the least trimmed room. The kitchen is really designed to be cooked in, and it gets a lot of use.
And this butter color?
It's cheerful in the winter. It goes well with the green countertops. To me, that I like the color of the waves in the ocean, so I picked out the granite here that if you look at it, looks like the waves and the water swirling on the rocks.
You're so lovely. I need like at least 3 shows to talk about, because every decision I can tell. You really took your entire life to make this home.
It was fun, and I had the time, right? So.
And so tell me about this piece. Like I
Go
really.
ahead and lift it up and down. So that.
What?
Yeah. The idea that you want to be able to adjust the amount of lights you want over your cooktop or your preparation area. So these were very typical. This one's Art Nouveau, so it's probably about 1905.
This is a real piece from 1905?
Yeah. And then you just, move them up and down as needed. We didn't want to do a traditional greenhouse because there's probably too much sun in the summer for that.
Yeah.
But we wanted plenty of light and stuff for plants and for breakfast and all that. So we did what's called in French an orangerie. So in English it would be a winter garden. Mm-hmm. And then here in the summer, what we do is we open the windows and you can hear the fountain. Yeah. So if we're going to be cooking in there, the idea is that we hopefully won't have too far to go to have a dinner party.
How do you have a home that feels like it's been here 200 years when it's been here how long?
10.
Honestly, 10.
There are a number of ways you can't cheat. You can't cheat on the floors. The other thing you can't cheat on are fireplaces. That's an 18th century fireplace that we found in England. The other place you really can't cheat is on lighting.
So is that original?
That's original. That's a French piece. That's actually
go
later.
To an auction, or who,
yeah, that's auction. And then what's kind of fun in this room, we had family china. And if you look at the patterns and the colors, we actually designed the dining room around the china.
No, you did not.
Yep.
You did not design
Look
your dining
at
room
this.
after your china.
Yeah.
That was a family china.
Yeah, well look at that. It's the same patterns you're going to find everywhere. And the same colors. And the same blue.
I cannot wait to have a dinner party in this dining room. Gorgeous.
What's going upstairs?
Gorgeous room. Really gorgeous.
Sometimes staircases are so narrow, it's like you're following the person up. And here the idea was you can have both of us. And also, the English and therefore the Americans often have steps. They'll have balustrades and then a step or a gooseneck, whatever else.
Right.
And French, by definition, have to have a continuous curve. So this drove the craftsman crazy. So.
This is gorgeous. So this material here is all brass again?
Yep. I have a lot of god kids and whatever who come, and I don't want them going into my office. So it was kind of fun to have, and again, that's pretty typically French, a hidden door.
Oh, this
like
is your
for service.
office?
Yeah, that's the office.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not very big, but it's very comfortable. Here I kind of went Art Deco.
So you have a tiny space that you just had a little bit of fun with. That's a little bit
It
different.
works very well as a home office.
Where is that right now? Is this all North Shore?
Yeah, that's all. You're looking northeast, so you're looking at the North Shore.
Talk about this color blue here.
It's not quite blue, it's not quite gray. I like complex colors, and this one just is very restful.
And so this is your master or no?
Yeah, this is the master, yeah. And so in the bathroom, we just continue with mahogany.
This right here?
Well, so this is great most of the time, except that you take your shower at 6:30 in the morning and there's somebody fishing or lobstering right there and you come out of your shower and you're like, hi. So as you saw, we've got the owner's quarters on one side and then the guests are on their own side with their own bathrooms and their own everything. So
And
that
that's
they
why
get
they'll
privacy.
stay a couple
Exactly.
days.
Well, they'll stay here weeks or a month. I've had friends and family stay 6 weeks on end.
I mean, this room's more
wouldn't be my
feminine.
room.
I would say
It
it's
is.
more feminine.
But I have a goddaughter and this is her room. When she comes to visit, this is her room. All right, so the idea here is just because it's meant to look like an old house doesn't mean we can't have a few modern conveniences.
Okay, no. Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. The idea that...
What show am I watching?
Whatever you like. So the idea is we can watch New England Living down here. You got a little bit of everything. There you go. It is.
Oh my God.
And then as I said, my guilty pleasure, all my sci-fi is down here. And the 2 gaming compressors. So John and I are gamers, so you've got our gaming rigs set up.
Yeah.
So you can still have a modern stuff around the house. It doesn't necessarily have to be part of a living room. All right, and then actually, if you head on up, this is why I bought the piece of land.
So you've saved this the best for last.
Yes, and actually everything we saw was a byproduct of what you're going to see now. I fell in love with this view. That it's not just ocean, it's not just coast. You've got Big Nahant, you've got the causeway coming through, you've got Swampscott, Lynn. You've got 3 elements meaning you've got earth, sky, and water all meeting in one point.
So people who feel like they're not lucky, what's your...
keep looking.
message?
My message would be, it took me a long time to find this place. Originally I wanted something with more land and more whatever, and then I found this and I said, can I make it work? And we've been happy.
After the amazing home tour with JM, I caught up with Sarah Lawson, the owner of S&H Construction, and Ed Sullivan, the project manager, to talk about the company, JM's home, and the gorgeous but challenging site. So when did you guys come to this project?
Well, the house was done, but the outside was not done at all. This was just a slope going down 30 feet.
A ski slope,
down to
that's
some
what he
rocks.
says, like all the way
Nothing.
down.
Exactly, yes. And so it was our job to start doing sort of the structural terracing and then all the finishes, some of which he already had on site, I believe.
We incorporated, I think, 3 stairways, an underground room, fountains, pathways, plantings, earth materials and soils.
It's pretty spectacular. I mean, nature wants everything to just go down
Right.
into the ocean. So you're fighting
Entropy,
that. Entropy, exactly. But this is a very challenging location too, because when the weather comes in here, it's no joke.
Yeah.
So it's held up really well. It's really kind of amazing to see that.
Yeah.
I think the bottom line on our company is that we build beautiful things. We have a lot of technical knowledge, and we're really good at managing projects. So we make it so that it is a controlled experience and people feel like they're driving the bus.
And so what a privilege to be at this home and to see your work and to see this home. It's just crazy beautiful.
While the day was still young, Jean-Marc and I decided to head out onto Long Beach and go for a bike ride on his beach cruisers. Not only was it the perfect way to see and feel what he loves about Nahant, but it was a wonderful way to end our day together.
We're down here 5 days a week in our own trucks picking up fish for the restaurants. These are our fish. We're gonna eat these tonight.
That's amazing.
Clark, New England's official Sub-Zero and Wolf showroom and test kitchen, offers 3 reasons to begin your project here. Explore the world's finest appliances. Then cook and taste Wolf's culinary perfection. Be inspired by innovative design. Do you crave extraordinary? Visit clarkliving.com to plan your visit.
Imagine a place where you can design the kitchen or bath of your dreams. No need to travel from store to store to find exactly what you want. One place where you can design and shop the full line of world-class Kohler fixtures, plus the top names in cabinetry, and hundreds of Kohler surface options, all with in-store design assistance. Visit the Kohler Signature Store today, the perfect place to create your ideal space.
Seamless indoor-outdoor living spaces are currently trending, and there's no better way to achieve this than through the use of glass elements in your design. Expansive windows and large walls of doors lead the sights, sounds, and feelings of an outdoor environment effortlessly through your space. The key is to allow as much natural light, airflow, and visual connection with the exterior as possible. Explore your options at marvin.com.
Kumar Marble and Granite offers an inventory of more than 7,000 slabs under one roof. Our selection is both exquisite and rare, sourced from countries all over the world. 7th generation stone artist Ivo Kubi leads a stellar team of artisans who take clients' wildest dreams and carve them into stone. Kumar is the go-to place for trade professionals and lovers of unique stones and complicated fabrication. Kumar has something to fit every style and price point, whether it be for inside or outside use. Book an appointment and check it out for yourself.
On the morning of the dinner party, I met up with Chef Jeremy Sewell at his latest restaurant, Les Sablons, in Cambridge. The iconic Conductors Building in historic Harvard Square was the perfect spot to chat with the chef about the restaurant, his life, and career.
Hi.
Hey, Parker.
Nice to see you, Jeremy.
Nice to see you. Welcome to Les Sablons.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Take it in,
It's a pretty unique building.
I would say.
Let me show you around.
Oh, now is this all original?
This is original brick.
You are kidding.
No, it really,
What character?
yeah, that's what really made us fall in love with the building.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about the history. Something about a subway like Les Sablons and
Well,
Paris.
Yeah, I mean, it's Les Sablons means the sand, and it kind of refers to the finest sand right down by the water. It's also a metro stop in Paris. When we found this building, my business partner Garrett found the building, brought me over here, and we just kind of fell in love with it. It's a 1912 build. Boston Railway Company built it, and it served as a spot for conductors. It was as a station that people waited for the trolley. The building shut down in 1978. It's just kind of sat here ever since. But we loved it. We fell in love with the structure, the brick.
This is original. I mean, people love this.
It's 100 years old, and you couldn't find it if you wanted it. It's just beautiful. When you walk in at street level, that's really meant to appeal to the neighborhood. It's really, we don't take reservations except for the weekends down there. It's a small bar, a big oyster focus, and we really want it to be for Harvard Square, for the neighbors, for the locals to kind of walk in and feel like they had a fun place to just pop in and get a glass of wine and a dozen oysters. And you know, the upstairs is kind of rooted in French cuisine and kind of continental European, but we felt the room felt special and we kind of wanted to make the food special, so it's a little more of an elevated dining experience up here.
Upstate New York is where you grew up,
yes.
But you summered in Maine, and that influences
everything. Yeah, both my parents are from southern Maine. My grandfather was one of the original lobstermen out of York Harbor.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, in 1930s.
What a pretty harbor that is, too.
And that really became more home to me than anywhere still is.
And so we're cooking some seafood tonight at Jean-Marc's house?
Yeah, we're going to do cod. And it's springtime in New England. Cod is a great local fish. If you grew up in New England, you have a place in your heart for cod.
So should we head to the fish pier?
Absolutely.
And I can see some of your favorite purveyors?
You can. I hope you didn't wear your best shoes.
Yeah.
But. After our time at Les Sablons, Chef Jeremy and I headed to South Boston to another historic hotspot, the Boston Fish Pier, established in 1910. The Boston Fish Pier is the central site for the fishing industry and has been for quite a long time. In 2017, the pier and its associated buildings were listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
We're down here 5 days a week in our own trucks picking up fish for the restaurants.
Incredible. As fresh as it gets.
As fresh as it gets. It's not easy, but it's the right way to do it.
It's the right way.
We headed to Red's Best, a Boston-based seafood wholesaler founded in 2006. Every year, Red's Best aggregates catch directly from more than 1,000 small, independent New England fishing boats. This very well-respected organization has a mission to sustain the livelihoods of American fishermen and their families while sustaining fisheries for harvest. And they are. We talked to Rob and picked up our seafood for the night's feast.
Those are good. How big are those?
So these are right on the cusp, I'd say 10, 12-pound fish.
These are our fish. We're going to eat these tonight.
That's amazing. Nice to meet you, Rob, honestly.
My pleasure.
Very, very cool.
Much. Thanks, brother.
Thanks
Appreciate
for taking
it. See you soon.
Jeff.
Absolutely. We made it. We're in the kitchen. In my house, bacon is always on a glory day.
Very nice, Chef. Goodness gracious me.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? A fine human being? A good friend? Is that it? Good? Of course not. Parent of the year? Better. Making her heart skip a beat. Thump. One of a kind. Undeniable. Like a boss. Like a standard bearer. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade. GMC.
Explore, experience, and enjoy your life in Pursuit. Pursuit Boats. For more than 60 years, we have built premium boats with unmatched quality, durability, and performance. Whether you want action, adventure, or relaxation, we have the boat for you. We offer a wide range of models from 23 to 38 feet, offshore, center console, dual console, sport coupe, and the sport tender. No matter what your boating style is, Pursuit has what you need. Contact your local dealer today and explore, experience, enjoy your life in Pursuit. For details, visit pursuitboats.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Leadham, owner of Bosun's Marine. At Bosun's Marine, we share your passion is more than just a tagline.
For over 33 years, Bosun's Marine has been bringing you the finest power boats in the industry. We are committed to bringing you unparalleled service year-round, year after year. From offshore fishing and cruising yachts to small, family-oriented day boats, come visit us at one of our showrooms here in Mashpee on Cape Cod or at our new showroom in Peabody, just north of Boston. And be sure to check us out online at bosuns.com.
Okay, Chef Jeremy Sewell, what a day we had.
We made it. We're in the kitchen.
Yeah. So we started with that whole cod, and now we have this beautiful piece right here.
Here it is right in front of us. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you help me get this ready. So this is a pretty simple dish. Springtime, beautiful fish. We want the fish to really shine through. So this is Dijon mustard.
All right.
I'm gonna have you spread it on there. Go ahead and just spread a little all over the top. It's
This
very,
is very painterly.
yeah, it's a very strong flavor, but Dijon is also a little bit acidic, so it helps kind of brighten the dish a little bit, but too much it's gonna get spicy, and that's all you're gonna taste. And this is brioche, which is a classical French bread. And what I did is I dried it and I put it in the food processor with fresh parsley. And that's what turned it green. So that's just breadcrumbs pureed with fresh parsley. And we're just gonna sprinkle a little of that on top. Coat it on.
All right, I'm doing all the work already.
Be generous with it, because some of it's gonna fall off. So, beautiful. Now we're just gonna throw that right in the oven.
That looks lovely.
This is a beautiful spring onion. It has a stalk still on it, which we can use a little of.
And is there a special place you get these too?
This time of year, you can kind of get them anywhere. They're going to be at markets, most grocery stores, whether it's Whole Foods or generic grocery store, will have these. So it's just really, if you let this grow, it would grow into a full-size onion. But they call them spring onions. They're first to start growing, they harvest them, and they have a little milder flavor. Just slice a little of that
And
up.
so you try to use whatever is that time of year.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, we always try to let the ingredients kind of sing.
All right, so what do we have going back here?
So this is, we have a little bacon that we got crisp. This is a slab bacon that we make in-house. Any kind of bacon you could chop up, or chorizo would be really good.
And bacon had its glory day, like the last few years, bacon's really come to the forefront.
In my house, bacon is always on a glory day. So
you're sauteing those?
Sauteing the onions and the bacon. There's a little of the olive oil, the bacon fat, and we're just letting that all kind of cook down together a little bit. So here we have these beautiful fingerling potatoes, fava beans, English peas. All speaks of spring. And these are all cooked, these are ready to go. And again, we're just letting that warm up. Vegetables are all ready. I steamed off a few little necks and just a little bit of vegetable broth. And we're just gonna put a few of those in here.
Oh, wow.
With some of the broth.
So the clams and the bacon definitely go well together.
Clams and bacon.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's like peanut butter and jelly. So we got a little bit of our parsley. You want to throw a pinch in there?
I'll throw a pinch in there, yes.
Go ahead.
Too much pinch?
No, that's good.
Okay.
I'm going to have you do another pinch, too.
And you want me to do it from high, like you do?
As long as it lands in the pan, okay. Wherever you want to start is up to you. Just because we're cooking in a French house, we're going to have some butter in there. So
yeah.
We're going to finish with a little bit of butter.
Oh, that sauce is coming together beautifully. Oh, it does not look good.
So we just want to let that get hot, let that butter melt in there.
Oh my gosh, doesn't that look good? Oh, that looks great.
Put our clams around.
Yeah. Oh, that smells good.
Get a clam.
Okay. Got it.
And then get a little piece of fish.
All right.
And get a little bit of everything else.
Mm. Mm. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh, and that bacon. Mm.
And everything is layered together.
Oh.
Where it just all works together. You can taste everything. There's nothing overpowering.
Very nice, chef. Goodness gracious me. I grabbed Jean-Marc because I want to talk to you about the wines from your wine cellar.
Yeah.
Your favorite wine?
Mix it all together before you eat it and just let all those flavors kind of blend together.
Innovation, technology, design. It is why the Seaport District is the fastest growing area in Boston. It's also the reason we selected the Innovation District as the home of Seven Tide. If you're looking for a one-of-a-kind experience filled with design inspiration, a place where you can explore, see your ideas come to life, this is the place. Think of Seven Tide as a design adventure for your home, featuring the most trusted top-tier brands in their industries. For homeowners and designers alike, it's a unique approach to home design. You can visit Clark's newest Sub-Zero and Wolf showroom and test kitchen, giving you hands-on access to the world's finest appliances, or take in the country's first experience center for Marvin Windows and Doors. Our goal is to provide inspiration in an exceptional space that offers a relaxed and very personal experience. If you like what you see, we'll refer you to an authorized dealer. But while you're at Seven Tide, there's no pressure. Even the parking is complimentary. We want to cultivate an atmosphere that's free from anxiety so you can focus on what's right for the design of your home. New England has some of the finest designers in the country, and here you'll see an exciting array of their work in full-scale kitchens. You'll be able to see, touch, and even taste your kitchen design. Both inside and out, Seven Tide offers the perfect setting to bring your ideas to life. We want you to rethink what's possible. Adjacent to Clark, you'll find Marvin Windows and Doors. They offer a high-tech, high-touch experience that invites you to reset your expectations for what a home can be. After visiting Marvin, you'll never think about windows and doors the same way again. Whether you're a homeowner or a designer, building a new custom home or remodeling, we invite you to come experience the possibilities. Come be inspired, be informed, and ultimately be at home at Seven Tide.
For more information for your home inspiration, visit 7tide.com. Yours by design.
As the dinner guests started to arrive, I slipped away from the kitchen to meet and greet. Guests included JM's partner John, who had been traveling for work, JM's long-standing friends, a few close neighbors, and Jean-Marc's charming mother, Anique. Deliciously chilled and extremely fresh Island Creek oysters, and JM's celebratory kheer welcomed us all.
Okay, so while the chef is in the kitchen getting ready, he needs me desperately, as you know, right? I grabbed Jean-Marc because I want to talk to you about the wines from your wine cellar, your favorite wines that you're pairing.
Things that we can drink, actually, that's the whole point. For the first course, which is a soup, you want something kind of dry that goes with that. The Bordeaux region isn't really known for its whites because they make really good reds, but there are a couple exceptions. And Pessac, in this case, the Chateau Carbonieux, I think you guys are really going to like.
First course is a chilled asparagus soup, a little bit of smoked salmon, creme fraiche, and caviar. So I really encourage you to kind of mix it all together before you eat it and just let all those flavors kind of blend together.
Second course en français.
Joseph Drouin, Pouligny-Montrachet. 2012 was a good year. He consistently makes a very nice Côte du Rhône. Nice story. It's going to be a bit sweeter, a bit easier to drink. I think we'll certainly go through 2 bottles with the 8 of us without too much trouble.
Cod, the brioche breadcrumbs with parsley on top, the vegetables with the bacon and the potatoes and the fava beans underneath, just all kind of married together to taste like spring and cod.
For dessert.
I don't know how familiar you are with a French wine called the Sauternes. Sauternes are great, but this is a Barsac.
Okay, completely decadent. I have been transformed. I feel like I've been transported to a beautiful, amazing, French-inspired place. This has just been lovely. Terrific homeowners, a gorgeous home, an incredible chef. What a day we had.
Thank you.
That's New England Living from Nahant, Massachusetts. Until next week, I'm Parker Kelly. Cheers.
Cheers.
Lovely.